Welcome to Radio Row here, Super Bowl 57 down in Phoenix. And we have a very special guest, Las Vegas Raiders running back Josh Jacobs. And Josh, first of all, welcome in. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, first things first, you had a pretty good year. Things went okay for you. Look, you've had obviously success in the past, but this year was your best year.
Yeah.
What was it for you this year that really kind of got things going and then carried on throughout the course of the season?
I think it was really, man, just I learned my body. I know it's kind of crazy. People are like, man, you've been doing this for so long. Like, how do you not know? But I think it was like the least amount I've done, like in the off season, or it was just more calculated. Let me say that, and not just like overworking myself. I feel like I was a lot of the years previous. I was getting to mid season, and I'm like, man, I'm dead. So that was probably the biggest thing that I took into this off season.
So, before I go any further, you're working with FedEx.
Mm-hmm.
If you would, tell people why you're working with FedEx, what you've got going on, then what is this this beautiful trophy here in front of you?
Yeah, man. So, this trophy in front of us is the FedEx Ground Player of the Year award. I just found out this morning that I was blessed enough to win the award this
Congrats,
year.
man.
So thank you for that. But, yeah, man, I'm with the FedEx Ground Player of the Year. They also, are donating $20,000 to HBCUs. Of our choice, and so I decided to go with the first college that I ever visited or ever been to was like middle school. It was Langston University. So yeah, man, it's definitely a great honor and a privilege to be able to go back and donate to them.
Fantastic. I'd be remiss if I don't ask you. You're up for a new contract.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and go, hey man, where are you going? What's going to happen? But was it different this year? I mean, your option wasn't picked up.
Mm-hmm.
You have a great year. Was it different knowing in the back of your mind, especially playing a position where you get beat up, you get hit a lot, knowing you didn't have that next year secured?
Honestly, the biggest thing that was on my mind was like, okay, it's a new coaching staff. I don't know how this year is going to look. Me and my agent, we sat down, and he was like, I know how the Patriots guys are, and we don't think they're going to pick up your fifth-year option. And I told him, I'm like, I didn't want them to, just because of the fact that I'm like, okay, this position is a tough position. I'm a year younger to the contract that that I want to go to or that I want to look for, and I put all the weight on myself. So however it go, whether it's good or bad, I can live with it because at that point it was up to me.
Fair enough. Now, if you get the tag, how would you feel about that? Like, would you be okay with it? Some guys don't mind it.
Yeah.
Some guys not cool with it at all. Like, where do you stand on that? Is it the tag deadline is going to be in about a month or so?
Yeah. We talked about it, my agent, we talked about it last night actually for like the first time. And it's like I really haven't had time to really kind of like process it of what I think about it. But we'll see, man. You know what I'm saying, for real.
All right, so let me ask you, look, it's Derek Carr. He's been your quarterback throughout your entire career. Couple games left. Say, look, Derek's going to go home. We're going to have Jared Stidham for the last couple of games. Stidham played fine, but how was that for you? First of all, how did you find out that Derek wasn't going to be the quarterback for the last couple of games? And then what is your reaction to it?
Yeah, so he actually, Coach McDaniels actually kind of like put us all in a team meeting. We had like a squad meeting, and that's kind of when he told us. Like we didn't see Derek in there already, so we kind of already like put two and two together. But he told us all in the meeting, and I looked around at the group and everybody was like kind of surprised and shook, but everybody was like, okay, well, next man up. Yeah.
What are you hoping happens at the quarterback position? I mean, look, there's been a lot of talk about Aaron Rodgers, and obviously, Derek's on his way out, whether it's New Orleans or somewhere else. Do you have a preference? Like, you hear the Aaron Rodgers stuff. I mean, like, how would you feel about that, or how would you, what are you thinking? What are you hoping for?
I definitely would want to play with Aaron Rodgers, man. I mean, you got to think about it. He's one of the top guys to do it, and really like in the league right now, he's one of the top guys left in the league, and just to be able to be around a guy that's played a lot of football at a high level and to be able to pick his brain on a day-to-day basis and to be able to witness how he does his just take care of football. Like, what time do you get in? What do you do? How do you take care of your body and things like that. I think that's valuable lessons that you can't really get with just anybody.
He was on the McAfee show saying that he's going to spend 4 days sensory deprivation in complete darkness. How long would you last doing that before you're like, you know what, I'm good, I'm going to turn on TV?
Yeah, I ain't going to lie. Maybe a day. maybe a day. Like nothing, like not on TV. I could do without the phone for 4 days, but no TV, nothing. Nah, I don't know. That's tough. That's tough.
I mean, 4 days. You think that's
That's a
a
long
haul,
time.
man.
Yeah,
That's a haul.
it depends where I'm at though. I feel like if he went out the country or something, maybe, but I don't know. I can't see that.
So I want to ask you. You're an Alabama guy. I mean, the pipeline of running backs out of Alabama is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
when you really look at the amount of guys with Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, so on and so forth. I mean, one guy after the next. Yourself, of course. What is it about you guys down from Bama that come and you guys get a good amount of carries at Alabama?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're coming out fresh. I mean, you guys are getting a good workload. Why so much success coming out of there?
Man, I give it to Coach Burns. Man, I think he's like the only one of the few, or if not the only running back coach that has like 2 or 3 Heisman winners. And he's just one of them guys, man, where he coaches tough, but he teaches you the game. And that's why I tell people, I was like, man, that was the biggest thing that I learned coming into Alabama was I didn't really know football like I thought I did. You know what I'm saying? Like he was teaching on another level. I'm like, okay, it's really levels to this knowledge of the game. So that would probably be the biggest thing that I say that a lot of guys have success.
Give me a good Saban story. I mean, he's an intense dude. He's not exactly warm and fuzzy, especially at the college level. I always laugh. You're watching an Alabama game. They're up 31-0 on Presbyterian, and he's screaming because you guys had to delay a game. You're like, you're winning by 50 points. Like, when was like the moment you're like, man, this guy,
I'm not going to lie. So Saban, he's one of them guys where, like, I feel like either you like him or you don't.
Sure.
I love the dude, man. He was always so funny. I don't think people notice how funny he really is. Like,
really?
He makes jokes and stuff with the players all the time. And he's old school. He makes like these nuts jokes and stuff like that. But the guys, man, he's funny. I'm like, man, you acting like you didn't just get your hip replaced. You out here trying to race players and stuff like that, But he was just one of them guys that, like, everything that he did is so attention to detail. I think that's the thing that, like, I just found so unique about him. Like, whether it come down to his meal that he ate him. He made sure he ate at the same time every day, the same meal every day. Like, it was just his detail is just different. It's on a whole nother level.
This game, you got the Eagles, you got the Chiefs. Obviously, you guys did not play the Eagles this year. You played the Chiefs twice, as always. What do you look at? Let's talk about Kansas City for a second. You played them earlier in the year. You played them last game of the year. How do you see them? Yeah, everybody talks about Mahomes and all the rest of it, but like when you look at them, do you just see him as Mahomes and everybody else, or do you see him in a different light?
No way. I definitely see. I mean, Mahomes is who he is. At the end of the day, I mean, he's great. If not, top 2, if not the guy right now in the league, man. But the thing that I take away the most is definitely the defense, man. Like in the beginning of the year, it's definitely easier playing them than it is at the end of the year because you could tell that they starting to kick it in playoff mode. You know what I'm saying? And man, the defensive front, even the linebackers, I think that they don't get enough credit than what they should.
What is it like as an offensive player playing against Steve Spagnuolo? Because when I watch a lot of defenses and you turn on the tape, some defenses it's pretty static. Okay, look, we're going to get a cover 3. We're going to get some your backers dropping, some spot drop. With Spags, there's a lot of different stuff. They come from all angles. They'll bring different guys. They'll drop a guy like Colin Saunders who's 340 pounds in his zone. Like, what is it like to prepare for that? Yeah,
it's one of them games where you got to know coming in that you literally have to follow all your, like, details. And, whatever your assignment is, literally from if I'm supposed to scan read on this play, like, do it every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to follow you got to be perfect almost because they bring so many different looks and so many different formations that you got to just follow your rules.
In that last game, they did that little Arctic Circle, sugar, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That pissed you off?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if it was me out there on the field at that time, I might have ran in the middle of that. I'm not gonna lie. That was disrespectful. But it's something that you definitely, I definitely put in the back of my mind for the next time I see him.
Yeah, well, you guys have that rivalry anyway between the Raiders and the Chiefs, and you've gotten them a couple times. Up in Arrowhead a few years ago, 40 points. You guys,
we've had a lot of close games.
Yeah,
a lot of close games
this year.
with them.
It was a great game on Monday night.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what it is, and that's the thing about them. Like that, I like playing against them because I know that they're gonna, end up deep into the playoffs, if not the Super Bowl every year. I think they went the last five
AFC
years
title
or something
games,
like
yep.
like something like that. So for me, man, it's just like it's fun. It's almost fun playing them because you know that they're good. You know that they're got some elite guys on the other side, and it just shows where you stack up against them.
Last thing, got to ask you, Chiefs and Eagles, who do you have in the game and why?
Man, it's hard to bet against Mahomes. It's hard to bet against Mahomes, but I went to Bama with Jalen and and Smitty and them guys, so I'm biased. I'm definitely gonna go with the Eagles.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, hey, listen, Josh, really appreciate you stopping by, man.
Appreciate it,
Best
man.
of luck here walking around.
Yeah.
Good luck. It's a circus. And, congrats on a great year, and good luck in the offseason.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot. Josh Jacobs, running back for the Raiders here on Radio Row.